What is the most powerful church in America? Most of you already know the answer, you just don't know that you know. Did you ever hear of the Salem witch trials? So that community in Salem, Massachusetts had a problem with witches. Whatever. Now, where do you think they went to discuss those problems within their community? Well, they went to their local church to discuss those problems within their community, and that's what churches are supposed to be used for. But we lost sight of that. So, the most powerful church in America is the US Capitol. What do they do there? They create laws in order to make things better for the American people. That is whittled down to the states, cities, towns, and your local community. Now, if you want to dumb down the populace, which the Protestant Reformation eventually did, then you just convince people to read the Bible at churches. That's all. What is interesting is that under Catholic rule, the peasants were far more politically savvy than we are, believe it or not. I'm eventually going to do a video on that because it's fascinating. Also, Catholic means unprejudiced, unbiased, universal, all-inclusive, broad-minded, etc. All the things that the Protestants didn't like. Remember, they were the ones that wanted to get rid of good works. I keep on saying in my videos, the Protestant Reformation was a New World Order, and it was a huge upheaval in Europe, and it was a big problem. Now, to dumb down the populace, you convince them that the church is only used to talk about the Bible, like I said before. Don't talk about how to better your community, because we're going to do that for you. That is how the Protestant sees power from the people. Effectively giving up control and being complacent. You're not doing God's work by talking about the Bible when you have problems within your community. That is blasphemy. Going in the church every Sunday, turn to chapter this, turn to chapter that, and sing hymns. Like, how is that bettering your community? Well, it's not. You understand? You go to church to discuss the problems within your community and implement solutions and solve those problems. But yet, that's not what we do. Now, if the Protestant Reformation was such a great thing, which some people believe, then this deception wouldn't have been carried out for all these centuries. There are problems within your community, so you go to the church to discuss those problems and implement solutions. But our society today doesn't do that, which is why these politicians, corporations, judges, lawyers, landlords, city officials, police, etc. can run circles around us. Can you imagine if a decent amount of people went to church every Sunday throughout American history and discussed the problems within their communities and solve those problems themselves? They would understand how the system works, and they wouldn't be screwed over by the system because they know how it works and they're more informed. Take that away and all you know is the Bible? Some people champion on how they know the Bible inside out. But what if they knew politics inside out? Politics are a part of people's life, whether they like it or not. If you just leave it up to other people, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think is going to happen? Oh, that's right. We already know. And yes, people have been fighting back for the longest time, but if the churches were used properly, it would have been much easier and we would have a better life presently. Now, Chicago, for example. If the churches were used properly there, all that carnage would not be happening. As messed up as Salem witch trials were, they came together as a community and did something about their problems in the church.